This is the Beyond the Box dumbbell workout. Before you get into the workout, check out the Instagram post for the warm-up. Make sure you get ready for the workout by increasing the heart rate and increasing your body temperature. Move a little bit and sweat a little bit before you get into it. For the workout today, we're going to start with the push press in our strength portion. We have 6 sets of 5 reps. Feel free to add weight and get to a heavy 5 reps as you go, but we want to make sure that we're in control of the weight the entire time. So don't dance around with the weight overhead. The weight starts on the shoulders, so you're going to pick up the dumbbells, whether you clean them or jump them to your shoulders. Weights on the shoulders, weights start here. We want every rep to be a dead stop, meaning that when I bring the dumbbells back down to my shoulders, I'm not going to cycle them through. So a dead stop push press is going to look like this. As I bring them down, catch with the legs, stand up, reset. Bring them down, catch, reset. That's a dead stop. As opposed to a cycling through the push press, it would look like this. Right, so we want to make sure that we have full control. These should get fairly heavy, so we want to make sure that we are catching and re-engaging or re-bracing with every rep. Now, what I talked about earlier with make sure we're in control, this is in control of the weight. What out of control or dancing with the weight might look like would look like this. All right, so if you're unstable with the weight overhead, you're wiggling around, you're not locked out, pressed out, and engaged, then maybe go a little bit lighter, maybe focus on more control there for that movement. Now, once we're done the strength portion, we're going to move into the Metcon. For the Metcon, we have 2 different versions of two different kind of couplets. So it's a 15-minute AMRAP. One couplet is double unders or double penguin taps. We'll talk about what those might look like. And 15 shoulder to overheads. Weight for the men, 50 pounds. Weight for the ladies, 35. Then when you're done that, you go back to the double unders or your double penguin taps. And then instead of 15 shoulder to overhead, you're going to do 15 burpees instead. So we're doing, in one round, we're going to go through the double unders twice, but the reps of 15 are going to be different. One's going to be shoulder to overhead. The other one's going to be burpees with no push-up. So let's talk about what those movements will look like. So if you have double unders, you're going to be doing double unders. Double unders is jumping with 2 passes of the rope underneath your feet. So jumping, what the jump should look like is this. So even if you're doing singles, big jumps for the singles, and then when you go to doubles, you'd spin the rope twice, but the jump stays the same. The rhythm of the rope, or the speed of your hands, your wrist speed, that changes, but keep the jump the same. It's the same when you do penguin taps. So if I'm doing single penguin taps, and then I go to double, notice between those 2 versions, the jump really didn't it didn't change. But what changed is how many taps I made on my hips. So if you don't have a rope, you're going to do, and you don't have the ability to do double unders, I'd highly recommend we work on those penguin taps. So with every jump, tap your hips twice. Once you're done those, you're going to go to your shoulder to overheads. Now, this could be a push press, or it could be a push jerk. What it is that you're going to get the weight off the shoulders into an overhead pressed out position any way you can. So pick them up from the floor, get them to your shoulders. Shoulder overhead could be a strict press. If you're super strong and you can press the 50 and 35 pounds or the heavy weight like that, no problem. Or it's going to be a push press like we worked on in the strength portion. Or it could be a push jerk. Right? The push jerk is that dip, drive, dip position. So dip, drive, dip, stand up. You could even do a split jerk if you want to do split jerks instead, if it's a really heavy weight. Might take you a little bit more time to do the split jerk, but that's okay. Then you're going to go back to your double penguin taps or your 30 double unders. And then when you come back to the reps of 15, it's 15 no push-up burpees. So you're going to go down to a high plank or a push-up position, really, really stick that bracing position or that hollow position. Notice I'm sticking that, I'm solid in the midline. Avoid dropping the hips. So avoid being loose and relaxed in the bottom position. Don't do this. Don't drop the hips and sag in the middle. Want to make sure we're nice and tight when you're doing those 15 burpees. That's one round. So one round, 30 double unders or penguin taps, 15 shoulder to overheads. Weights are 50 and 35, 30 double unders or penguin taps, and then finish off the round with 15 no push-up burpees. You have 15 minutes. You're going to go through that as many times as you can. Your score is your total number of rounds plus the reps you had left to finish the round that you were on. Get after it and have fun.